Hey YouTubers, this is Devan, and I'm playing lead electric for the NACC conference this year, and I've got a whole bunch of questions about what gear I'm using and such, so why don't we come and take a look, and I'll explain each of these things. Alright, let's start with pedals. So, running first into this little box here, it's actually a mini buffer that splits the signal and sends to my tuner, and then sends to the rest of my signal. And then I go into this little AB box, which allows me to switch between my wireless guitar, which is actually mounted under the pedal board, with my pedals coming with it. So you can see a little bit under, I have that mounted underneath. Little BNC cables running to the outside over here. It's kind of a mess right now. And so I'm running wireless primarily, but you know, if I get in a jam, I've also got a direct input and I can just hit that and it switches right away. So that's pretty sweet. Then I'm running into my Diamond compressor, the CPR1 I think it is. Awesome compressor that just evens things out. It's not really squishy. It just kind of sustains my notes, which is awesome. Then I'm going into this JHS Sweet Tea, which I use in conjunction with the Timmy. So I'll explain that. This is my primary overdrive, and it just gives kind of a light crunch. Nothing over the top, but if I wanted to get it a little more crunchy, then I'll actually throw on the tube screamer side of this, and it just fattens it up a little bit. And so that's boosting into it. Then I use the fat boost as kind of a lead boost out of it, just a volume boost. If I want just a little bit more over the top. Alright, then it actually then goes to my volume pedal, because I kind of want, you know, if I'm doing a swell or something with an overdrive, I want the overdrive to swell in with it. So that's why I have my overdrives before this. Alright, so then I go into the Strymon timeline, the juicy awesomeness that it produces, and basically for this session, or for the NACC, I set up all my presets already ahead of time, and I control them with this Tech 21 MIDI mouse. So you can see if I press this, then it's switching the presets there. And so I've already predetermined, you know, our BPMs. So, you know, this one's 122 beats per minute, and then a little abbreviation like freedom is here, you know, so I know what song we're doing next. It's kind of like a little set list right in front of me at all times. And I just cycle through these like that and cycle back, and since we're playing, the click tracks is awesome. So that's that. Then I run into the Line 6 M9, which does a number of things really, really well, but for this conference, I'm only using it for a few things. Since this is my primary delay, I'm using an octave effect every once in a while, you know, for like Give Me Faith or Always, you know, that kind of thing. And then I use it for a reverb. It's like an octave verb with my other reverb pedal if I want to do like, you know, really spacey, you know, swelly, you know, stuff. I'll throw on tons of reverb and do that. But then this reverb is the last thing in my chain, and it's the Hardwire RV7, and it's awesome. It's got the Lexicon algorithms in it, and I usually just use the Hall setting. The modulated setting's pretty good for some things too, but Hall's awesome. And I have it like way over here, so I can just take my foot and roll up the level or roll down the level depending on, you know, what song we're playing. But it's just a beautiful, you know, beautiful reverb. Love it. Alright, so then what's going into this effects pedal? I have a couple guitars. This is a PRS Custom 24, and it's got Tom Anderson pickups in it, the HC1 and the HC2, and I've got it connected to a push-pull so that I can kind of get, you know, a little more single coil tones, or make it a little fatter, you know. thing, which is awesome. And then the same setup is actually on my telly, which I also love. These are, it's just a made in Mexico telly, nothing special about it, but it plays good, it sounds good. It's got these Seymour Duncan quarter pounders in them, and I split that as well with a push-pull pot. So I love having the diversity to do that. And then last but certainly not least is my Morgan RCA 35, and it's kind of a, you know, an American amp. So it's got 6L6s in it, 35 watts as the name implies, and it's a great, just clean amp. You know, obviously you hear like just a tiny bit of crunch, and that's my bass clean tone. And I'll throw on some overdrives to just push it over the top, but love it. So that's my gear. So thanks for checking it out.